Hello and welcome to another episode of Timesport on the Beat. I'm K. Rajan from the New Straits Times. Today in the studio, we are joined by a veteran hockey writer, Aftar Singh, a respected voice in Malaysian hockey and also someone I personally regard as my sifu. Aftar, welcome to the studio. It's great to have you around. As we break down the national team's World Cup qualifying campaign in Egypt and assess their chances of securing a top 3 finish and book their place at the 2026 World Cup.
Okay, first of all, Rajan, thanks for inviting. And this is the first ever time I'm doing a podcast in New Straits Times. Regarding about your answer, realistically, we should qualify. Mm-hmm. We are ranked in. You take the 8 teams that are playing in the World Cup qualifier in it is called Ismailia. Ismailia. Okay, Egypt. We are ranked number 2 after England. England is ranked number 6. We are ranked 13. And the other 6 teams are ranked below. And so based on our ranking and grouping, we should be in the final and finish top 3.
Top 3.
And should qualify for, without any doubt, we should qualify for the World Cup.
So it's just, if that's the case, our slot is based on ranking. We are assured of being there. Do you see this team going there with confidence? Would they be relaxed? No pressure?
Pressure will be there will be pressure on the players because the problem is we play very inconsistent games. Mm-hmm. So we cannot take any team lightly. When you talk about having a team, we have almost 10 players who have more than 100 caps. I can give you, for example, the captain Marhan, 343 caps. Faisal Sari had 308 caps. Pitri, 212 caps. Faiz Salmi Jali, 259. Nick Rosimi, Nick Ayman, 184. The goalkeeper, Hafizuddin, 136. Noor Shafiq, Sumantri, 133. Najib Hassan, 101. Said Chulon, 136. Azrai, Abdul Kamal, 105. Looking at the rankings, the caps of our players, we are the most experienced team.
The Centurions, and they are regular players and they are known. They have achieved a lot of things with the national team. So the players should be comfortable there.
Yeah, talking about these 10 players, I think half or 6 of them have played in the World Cup before. So they should qualify. There's no doubt they should not qualify. If they never qualify, then it's a failure. Total failure.
Malaysia is ranked 13. Below us is Pakistan, 14. Yeah. We know Pakistan are still a hockey nation. Of course, we know they are crazy about cricket, but they are a team that will be our boogie team. They have surprised us. They have stunned us. They are a team that on a good day, they can cause Malaysia trouble. How much do you see this team, this Pakistani team, being the party pooper for Malaysia?
First of all, ranking is just a number. Is the most important is the day we play Pakistan. On the day we need to perform. Playing Pakistan is never easy. If you see the last matches we play in Pakistan, we draw. So that shows that Pakistan is a strong team and they definitely will be going all out to get us. And we need, in our group, we have first match we're playing Austria. They are more indoor hockey nation. We should beat them. Second match is against Pakistan. The match against Pakistan is most crucial because we need full points and before we meet China. And we need to finish top in the group to avoid meeting England in the crossover. If in the crossover you play in the semi-final, it's better to play Japan than playing England. And when you reach the final, you're confirmed. You're going to be in the World Cup. So looking at Pakistan team is never easy playing Pakistan. They are called green shirts. They will give really a tough.
They always give Malaysia a tough
fight. So you can see that basically their last achievement, the best achievement for Pakistan was beating Malaysia 5-2 in the Asian Games in Hangzhou. And we cannot take them lightly. And they got very good players and Sofian Khan is one of the very good rec flicker. Our problem is that we are very poor in our penalty corner defense. So that is one area we need to really look at.
talking about Pakistan and Australia, you mentioned China also are in the fray, and we know they are not a hockey nation, but they are a rapidly developing nation. I do remember they have beaten us, they have stunned us, they have shocked us before.
Yes.
What can we expect of China?
China, based on ranking, they only world number 23. But you cannot take their ranking because they are the team that play hardworking. They will run all over the place and play very robust game. During Arul, who was a coach in the World Cup Olympic qualifier in Oman, they stunned us in the first match. They beat us 3-2. That was our downfall, losing to them. So they're going to play against China. No doubt we beat them twice in the Asia Cup last year in India. But looking at them, you cannot take them lightly. They will be one team who can surprise. And last year we lost to them also in the Asian Champions Trophy 4-2 in Inner Mongolia. So they're going to be a real another. They can be a surprise package lah. And then you talk about Austria. Austria is one team. We cannot take them lightly. So we have only beaten them once, I think, a long time ago. That was 5-4 in the Nations Cup in Poland to finish 7. And they finished it. That shows that we had to score 5 goals and we consider 4. So it's another tough team.
Like you mentioned, Australia is a team that we didn't play for quite some time. How do you see they have progressed? Like you mentioned also, they are generally an indoor hockey nation. What do you know about them?
Basically, we have played with them 4 times in the past. We won 3 times and drew once. So looking at it, despite that is a past, but looking at they will be coming for World Cup qualifier. So they are well prepared. They might not be the strongest nations in Europe, but they definitely can make surprises because they are physically bigger and they will be going to score goals from penalty corners. You will never know anything about them. So you have to be very alert or cautious about how they play.
Okay, for Malaysian team, they have been training from January 5th, if I'm not mistaken, centralized camp. Maybe you can share how the team have been progressing, any players that you have seen that feel stepping up, or the progress basically of the team.
The sad part is that we don't have a good forward line. Like Faisal Sari retired last year February and he was recalled back at the age of 34. And he only trained about less than 2 weeks for the Azlan Shah tournament last November. And he turned out to be a top scorer for Malaysia, 5 goals. From there, you know, that's no much of caliber players we have in Malaysia. So we are still relying on players who are 30 above, like Faisal Sari is 34, Amarhan is 35, Faiz Almi is 31, Fitri Sari is 33. So basically, this is a veterans team. And the veteran team is going to combine with some young players. So whether this veteran team can stand the pressure and can perform consistently, that is the biggest question everyone wants to know. But looking at it, it's going to be tough because you cannot take any team lightly.
For granted. In terms of their preparation, do you see it been very good for the team? Have they worked on their fitness, or have they worked on the penalty corners, or any updates on that?
Okay, basically looking at their fitness has been the main problem from them. Sarjit took over the team in March 2024. Every time he mentioned we are progressing. I don't know how long it will take to progress. By now the team is already 2 years. Should be physically fit. Ready. And mentally ready for the tournaments, but they are still struggling. So only Sarjit will be able to answer why they are struggling. Struggling in sense, if we score, we concede goals. Then the other way around, we concede goals, then we chase for goals. It's never that we score goals and we continue scoring goals to win matches. So this is a part where Sarjit tactically must be able to overcome all this. No more excuses from Sarjit.
So for 2 years since Coach Sarjit took over the team, yes, he had said it's a work in progress. I understand when you said we are wondering when the progress is going to be achieved, because we are consistently working on progress, and like you mentioned earlier as well, it's a very inconsistent performance from the team. It's sometimes they can score a lot of goals, at the same time they concede a lot of goals.
Lots of goals.
It's a probably Sarjit was one of the better players we had when he was playing. Maybe when he comes back to the team to take over the team, do you see that maybe his method or maybe the players couldn't adapt? There's something lost in the ways of doing things, training, matches.
Coach only can do a certain amount of to help the team, to guide the team. But when on the pitch, the players need to realize how to overcome. Some of them have been playing for, like you said, 300 over matches and all that. But they're still making the same mistake. So question is, the players themselves need to have positive thinking, go all out, play from the first whistle to the last whistle, all out to win the matches. You can get the best coach in the world, but if you don't play your hearts out, then nothing can be done. And then you must also remember, Sarjit has, under Sarjit, Malaysia have played 6 tournaments, starting from April 2024, Azlan Shah. Okay, that was the first tournament. We finished 4th out of 6 teams. Okay, fair. Nations Cup in Poland 2024. He set the target of semi-finals. We finished 7. Okay, that was a failure. Then in the Asian Champions Trophy in Inner Mongolia in 2024 September, we finished last out of 6 teams. And when during Aro's time, we also in the Asian Champions Trophy, we was runners-up to India. We almost beat India. We were leading 3-1 before India beat us 4-3. So why when Sarjit took over the team, why the team is not progressing? Should be progressing better than anything. So only Sarjit can answer that question, and sad to say that he must accept the criticism, and he is a person who doesn't even, I think, reads what we in the papers. He's not bothered about that, so that's his problem.
Do you see the players not fulfilling what is expected by Coach Sarjit? Of course, like you mentioned, the coach can do things on training, on the sideline, limited. Are the players being a factor in the team's performance?
First of all, when you represent the country wearing the jersey of Malaysia, you should be giving more than 100%. There's no excuses. You cannot go there and say, hey, this fellow is a new player and all that. In international measures, there are some players who have played first time in their life, first cap, also can score goals. So the question is, the players themselves need to buck up, need to understand, need to give their best. And then second thing is that they should not complain of anything, or cold weather or this one. So whether it's playing during the fasting month, because all the teams, even Egypt is Islamic, so they got to play. So should be no excuses. Give your best and get qualified for the World Cup. Anything not qualifying World Cup is a disaster. And not only Sarjit have to take a responsibility, he had to resign, because he already told during Nations Cup that if the team don't qualify for Cup, I'll resign. That's one. Second thing, Malaysian Hockey Confederation should take the blame and responsibility, because enough is enough already. We cannot be having a team they're filling. We did not qualify for Olympics since 2000 and Sydney until today. Now, if you don't qualify World Cup, no point in having a ranking number 13 in the world, because 16 teams are going to play in the World Cup, and you are 13 and you still never qualified. What's the use of having our ranking number 13 in the world?
That have been the Malaysian Hockey Confederation's strong claims that we are ranked higher in the world. We are this, we are that. That have been their justification. But I agree that when you mention that we have not progressed, we are not really playing to our potential, not achieving what we are potential. Previous coaches have even give a fight for India. We know they are in a different level. They closed the gap. But now, suddenly, the last few years, the gap have been widened between us and India. And we can see South Korea, Japan overtaking us. Pakistan is always there. We know they can turn their fortune, their hockey fortune. If they get a good coach, they get the funding, they will be turning it around. For us, with all these setbacks, all this negative aspect of the team, going into this tournament, what do you think would be our advantage, our positive aspect of our team?
looking at it, we have. If you look at the teams that is playing in our group and also in the tournament, we have played so in many World Cups. So we have experience playing World Cups. So the question is, positively, the players need to go with a positive mind. Go there with one thing in their head that we need to qualify. And based on the groupings, we are ranked second in the after England. We should be in the final. That's it. For me, that's it.
By virtue of ranking, the highest and the second highest team are the finalists.
Finalists, yes. Should qualify for the final and be ranked second in the group. In the tournament, because they are ranked after England. So basically, they have all given to them by MSC sense of matches they played. They went to Australia recently. They have played enough matches, enough exposure, and they got the combination ready, and that's it. Now they have to just go there and qualify.
Aftar, some of these players, you have seen them from the junior to senior and achieving some greatness, showing good form. Faisal, his brother Fitri, these are players that have done fantastic things. They are not lacking in skill, technique, fighting spirit. They have all done this. What do you think is stopping them from these players from delivering? What is the block that they're having? Is it a mental thing, or they are lacking confidence? What's actually going on? Because these are players that have delivered. We know individually they are good players. They are capable of being world beaters, but where did these players, what is happening in terms of them not playing to their performance, their actual performances?
When you reach the age of 34, 35, it's time to, you're no more picking up, you're going
stagnate already,
going down. You cannot every time depend on the same senior players to perform. When you have a mix of senior and juniors or mixed team, the other players have played before. So these need to step up and score. Because in hockey, it's played very fast. The ball movement in hockey is 5 times faster than football. So you just imagine how much energy is. So you need to go there, play a smart game and score and put the pressure on your opponent. You see, Malaysia's style of play is playing very good in patches.
Yes, true.
Then suddenly, we're playing well in the first quarter, second quarter, we lose the rhythm. Why? No idea. We start letting, one of the things is, Malaysian team have loves to get the cards. Card management is very bad. Sometimes you have 2 players outside and in the defense is basically weak already because you don't have 2 key players. So they must play hard and play to the whistle. Don't argue with the umpire. They love to argue, they love to do that, and then they lose their temper and they lose matches.
In terms of this could be our weakness, the major weakness. Do you see that in training matches, test matches, there are method or other things being done or being applied by the coaches or the players to change, to discard all these bad habits during matches? Have you seen something like this have been approached by the team?
Basically, they have Sohail Abbas to help out in penalty corner drag flick. But looking at it, our drag flick is still not there.
Not the standard that we were before.
Second thing is that our players need to play very smart game in sense when you have a fall, immediately take a hit or what, and then we get a chance in the semicircle, 99% should be a goal. And
conversion rate.
And this is need to be practiced day in out. The weakness is when the team reach the 25, they go into the D, they just lose the ball. The other way around is we let make a mistake in defense, we let consider PC and end up giving away a goal. So the problem is that our forward and defense are the main weaknesses for us lah. And then too much relying on the same players. Manahan is 35. I don't know how long some more he can last, because normally 35 you retire by 32, 33. 35 is too old already to be in the national team.
This high level requires a lot
that clearly shows that we don't have any other players who can
reach his level.
Not reach his level to take over his place. Because reach his level, maybe he's already giving his best. He's like moving into a veteran team rather than national team.
Tactically, what do you see a style of play Malaysia to play in this short tournament? High pressure. Every game is going to be very high pressure. What can we expect from this Malaysian team?
Well, basically, Malaysian team never changed their style of play. It's the same old play where they try to maybe like Faisal Salih will beat 1-2 players, go into D, try to get a goal or penalty corner. There's not much of smart play now. Smart play is there's not much to one play or through like now international hockey is more
combination play,
overhead flicks, go into the D, stop the ball, crack. And we are still using the same old style where we have to go through try to beat defender and make a pass. The problem is that the forwards need to come down to play like the European style play. When defend, all defend. When the ball move up, all move up to score. So that is lacking, and some of the forwards are not coming down to help the team when the team is under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
The team style of play have not changed.
Not changed much.
Still the same style of play.
But do you see that is our strength? Because since we are very good at it, this is what have been producing result for us. Is something that we should. Yeah, if you're good at this, you must be 100% good at this. You make sure it works. But we clearly, we only know this. Looks like we only know this way of playing, and unfortunately, we are not good enough at it at the moment.
Maybe the players have been so used to playing old style. For them to come up with a new method, new style, actually it's not difficult. If you are an experienced player, you can play in any position. And when you know how to overthrow the ball, like you scoop the ball into the D, forward just need to collect and score easy. That's easy rather than dribbling. Possibly players making a pass through, they're taking more effort. That is India is more advantage in that because you watch them play, they will throw overhead and collect two things: either you score or you get a PC, and pressure is only on the opponent team. Here, our forwards will miss the chances or miss the one, and then the pressure is on the defense again. Okay. That style of playing is still the same, not improved at all.
How do you see mental strength being crucial for this tournament, these qualifiers?
Mental strength is very important, especially the last quarter of the match. Very important. See, where have we lost a lot of matches during the last
dying minutes of the matches. Dying seconds also we have lost.
We make mistakes and we end up losing matches. In hockey, modern hockey, in 1 minute, two opponents can score a goal in the same minute. And that shows how fast hockey has been played. And for example, during the Azla Shah tournament, which was the last tournament we played last year in November, we have scored only 13 goals in 6 matches. We let in 27 goals. We lost to Belgium 9-1. We were like a national team is playing like a small, playing with a bunch of school children. And then for the third placing against New Zealand, we lost to them 6-1. Earlier, we hold them to a draw, 2-2 draw. Shows in the first match, draw, 2-2. Very good. But playing for the third, fourth, we lost to them 6-1. So
they step up.
And some of you playing in your own country, in Nippon. So you can, from there you can know. I think the players just are not capable to withstand the pressure. That's the biggest problem, pressure.
This has always been not just this team. There's previous national teams that we have failed in the last obstacle. We missed out in the Olympic qualifiers in 2 Asian Games.
Yeah. Then you asked me a question about their playing system. You just imagine they train almost throughout the year. They go for matches, tours, and all that. They should be performing better than other teams.
True.
But why are we not performing? That is the problem. The only coach can answer, or the players. The players are basically very inconsistent and letting goals and chasing for the ball for goals. If you're already leading 2-0, still can lose 3-2. And then they like to blame umpires, blame everyone. I think time for them to buck up. This is time for them. Because if you qualify for World Cup, you get to play in World Cup, you are still number 12 or 13 in the world. And then you get quality matches just before the Asian Games, which is another important tournament. The winner of the tournament will qualify for all Los Angeles Olympics. So time for is a testing time for MHC and also Sarjit. And
it's a major test for
sport,
administration and coaching side as well.
No more giving excuses.
Okay, Aftar, in your honest opinion, will Malaysia qualify, and what must go right for them to get the qualification done?
Basically, Malaysian team will qualify last Speedy Tigers, and I have confidence that they will play to their true form and they qualified. The only thing is that they need to overcome the inconsistency and don't play playing patches to patches. That one cannot. You have to play a good game from the first whistle to until the final. Second thing, take every match seriously and must collect 3 points, starting with Austria on March 1st, then Pakistan. Of course, Pakistan team will play a very bit robust and all that because they are physically a team that will fight for every ball. And we have overcome Pakistan before, but this World Cup qualifier will be a do or die situation for Malaysia. Malaysia must play to their best and beat the grid. If we beat Pakistan, then basically we can top the group. Next match is against China. China is another team where they will play, they will run and hit the ball and they will be running all over the place. So you have to play a smart game, how you overcome them and put the score first to put pressure on them. So if once we qualify, we finish top of the group, we can avoid meeting England. We should meet Japan, those will be runners up from that group. And once we beat, in semi-final we beat Japan, we should be in the final, we should qualify. The players need to play with positive thinking, give their very best, and this will be a test for the Speedy Tigers and also for Coach Sarjit. It could be his last tournament, because if they don't qualify, he have to go. No more excuses, no more giving chances, no more telling that my target is 2026 Asian Games. No. If you can't qualify for World Cup, then sorry because World Cup is 16 teams. You are ranked 13. If you 13 rank world number 13 team cannot qualify, then
there's no justification.
There's no justification, and coach should take full responsibility. MSC should take full responsibility, and then they should blame themselves what went wrong.
The part that what went wrong.
One of the biggest thing I see is there's no KPI on Sarjit after every tournament, which is totally wrong. You must set the KPI from every 6 months to see whether he's progressing or not. If you don't have KPI, he's taking for granted that nothing. He can continue training and collecting his pay. That's not the way. When you need to justify that you are coached by helping the team to improve by winning tournaments. He have played under Sarjit. They played 6 tournaments. I think only they finished a podium. That was a bronze in the Asia Cup in Bihar in September last year. Otherwise, Azlan Shah, there was a failure. They let in 27 goals and scored 13 in 6 matches is considered
very damaging.
That means they have considered 5 goals in a match. No, that's a lot. No? That is very poor standard. Very poor standard.
As much as Coach Sarjit have mentioned that if we fail to reach the target, he will resign. But coaches coming in and going out has been a regular thing with Malaysian hockey. Do you see a proper fix, a permanent fix that would end up with solution that's needed?
What you need is one very high level coach, caliber coach who can draw a program from grassroots, junior level tournaments, national junior level until the senior level tournaments. But the coach should be here for long program, very long. That means you need.
So is this a technical director?
It could be a technical director, but who knows everything in our hockey, who can understand that this country's hockey is not developing because basically maybe the fighting spirit of the players are not there.
To find out what's wrong.
And then he have to do a program to see whether the basic skills are still lacking. So what is wrong? You need to do a postmortem and he should be given a period of 4 to 8 years to produce another team. For example, I think Belgium, there was for 10 years they were totally out at one time. After 10 years, they came back and they came back strongly. They study everything and they have become the world champion, Olympic champions. And we need to do that. But we need, every time MHC will give an excuse that they don't have money. Money is not the issue. No. Issue is players. No. Money is not the issue. Issue is the players. The players need, and then you need to have very intelligent, smart players who can be able to, and our team is basically just not progressing. Being ranked 13 in the world doesn't show that we are best in. 13 is okay. For us, you should be ranked higher than that. I mean, we have been stagnant, and then we should qualify for World Cup, the first thing. Then we should go all out in the Asian Games. It doesn't matter, India might be ranked higher than us, but we should go all out. And time for the MHC also to come up with new players, because this says 7 players already.
Way past their,
I think they will retire by this year. After that, we won't have any team. Just imagine you take out 7 players, we got no players left. Who's going to represent Malaysia
More
in
than
the
half
future?
of the team is gone.
So you need to look at every aspect. And I think time for Malaysia to rebuild the team. Because you cannot, you're 35 years old, still playing.
Never happens in the modern hockey too old. Aftar, thank you for your valuable insight on the national team's campaign and for taking the time to join us in the studio today. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Timesport on the Beat. You can catch this podcast on Audio Plus, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Until next time, I'm K. Rajan. Thanks for listening.